Hi, everybody. My name is Renza Scibilia. I'm here from Diabetes Australia, and I'm here with a new series that we are launching today. It's called Tech Talk. And just as it sounds, it's all about diabetes technology, and I'm going to be talking about it. And the whole idea of this is they're just little bite-sized episodes where I'm talking about the latest and greatest in diabetes technology in Australia. So today, I'm talking about continuous glucose monitoring, which actually isn't the latest and greatest in diabetes technology in Australia because it's been around for about 10 years. But today I'm talking about a couple of newish devices in the CGM range that have now been launched and are available in Australia. So what is continuous glucose monitoring? Well, what it refers to is just as it sounds, it's a way of measuring glucose levels continually. So with a blood glucose monitor or monitoring, the way we do that is we prick our finger, we get a drop of blood, we pop it on a strip, we put the strip into the machine. We put the strip into the machine first, actually, and we get a reading. And that is a snapshot. It's telling us in that moment what our blood glucose reading is. Doesn't give us any more information, though. The beauty with continuous glucose monitoring is that it tells us where our glucose levels have been, what they are right now, but also where they're going. And that's super important. We get trend arrows. So if the arrow is straight across and it says, well, your glucose levels aren't really changing, that's great to know. If it's going up or going down, it means that we can act before our glucose levels are out of range. So two new things. Let's start with this. This is the Freestyle Libre 2. This has been around now, I think, for maybe 4 or 6 weeks. Since it's been launched in Australia. It's the next generation of the Libre 1, which was launched into the Australian market maybe about 5 years ago. It works the same way in that it's about the size of a 20-cent piece and you wear it on your upper arm, and it lasts for 14 days, which is what the original Libre also lasted for. And you still need to scan it to get the number, to get what your glucose reading is right now and all the other information. What's different about it, though, is that it actually alerts you when your glucose levels are out of range. So if you're too high or too low, and you can set that range, it will send out an alarm or an alert and say to you, hey, you better check. You can still either use a reader. There is a new Libre 2 reader to scan over the sensor, or you can use an app on your mobile phone to scan as well. So that is the Libre the Libre 2, and that is available now. We're going to talk about cost and things like that in a minute. Also recently, actually this was released last year, this is the Dexcom G6. Works the same way as the previous generations of Dexcom worked, in that you wear the sensor. Well, you're meant to wear it on your belly or sort of around the lower back where there's a bit of extra fat, but many people choose to wear it on their arms. I'm one of those people. I just find, for me, that's where I get the best reading. A couple of things that are different. This sensor lasts for 10 days and there are no calibrations. So if you are familiar with the G4 or the G5, you used to have to calibrate twice a day. You don't need to calibrate with this, and the sensor lasts longer. Works the same way. That's the, it looks like this with the applicator, and then you just press and it's stuck wherever you choose to wear it. So let's talk a little bit about cost, because we know that is something that people are interested in. The Libre 2 is currently, when it was launched and it was on the NDSS CGM initiative. So if you already have eligibility for that, this is now on that schedule as well. You just do need to have another form filled in with your healthcare professional. So speak to your healthcare professional about that. The Dexcom G6 is also on the NDSS CGM initiative, but only for people who are also using a tandem T-Slim pump. The reason being that they work together. So to use the full functionality of the tandem pump, you need to use the G6. So at this stage, it's not more widely used on the CGM initiative. Of course, we know that not everybody is eligible for the CGM initiative, unfortunately, and I will say that Diabetes Australia is continuing to advocate to expand eligibility for that. But if you're not eligible and you do need to pay, this comes in a pack of 3. As I said, they last for 10 days each, so it's about a month's worth, and that's $330. Each one of these is $92.50. Both Abbott and Dexcom, or AMSL, who are the distributors of Dexcom in Australia, have subscription services. So if you go and have a look at their website, they detail that. They talk about what the costs are and how their subscription services work. They're not cheap. We know that they're not cheap. And as I said, we are continuing to advocate to do all we can to expand the eligibility so that more people can get subsidized devices. So that's just given you a snapshot of two new devices. There is a third brand of CGM in Australia, that's Medtronic. Unfortunately, we weren't sent anything for me to do a show and tell, but if you go to the Medtronic Australia website, you'll be able to find information about that. And you'll be able to find more information about these products as well on their websites. We're going to pop all of that information here for you so that you can go and do a bit of reading yourself, and of course have a chat with your healthcare professional to see what they think about them and work out which one is the right one for you. Hope you've enjoyed this first Tech Talk. We'll be back with our next one. We're going to be doing these every month or so. The next one is all about data privacy. I'm very excited to talk about that because I'm a bit of a data nerd and privacy is super, super important. So please come back and join us for that one. But thanks a lot. See you later.